Try not to slow us down, cowboy.
Gangs?
For almost 150 years, one family held on to a piece of land that refused to be tamed. Not by time, not by blood, not by violence, and now that land has taken its last payment. Everything. Luke Grimes returns as a man who already lost the only thing he ever wanted. Not a badge, not power, not revenge, just a place to stand without looking over his shoulder. But Montana doesn't work like that. Montana watches, it waits, and when you're weakest, it calls you back. This isn't a comeback story. It's a reckoning. A wellness check pulls him back into a life he swore was buried. Old demons, old rules, and a truth nobody wants to say out loud. Some people don't survive peace. They only survive the fire. So when the offer comes to join the U.S. Marshals, it isn't about honor or duty. It's about being useful in a world that only understands violence. The terrain is brutal. Wild animals, violent gangs, borders that mean nothing. Montana has been quietly infiltrated by one of the most dangerous criminal networks in the hemisphere, and nobody saw it coming. Or maybe they did, and were too afraid to stop it. Deals are happening just past the Wyoming line, in a place so lawless it's known as the zone of death. No rules, no safety, just consequences. Everyone's got to be dialed in. 30 seconds can decide who lives and who disappears forever. And Luke's character? There's something different about him. Legends on the reservation whisper his name like a warning. A man who survived something he shouldn't have. A man shaped by loss, not hope. He doesn't talk much. He doesn't explain himself. But he knows one thing. The wrong side of the fence always finds you. As the pressure builds, his past starts pushing back. His home becomes a beacon for the devil. Attacks come from every direction. And the deeper he goes, the clearer it becomes. This job was never about law enforcement. It's about vengeance wearing a badge. About shields that look like walls. About protecting people you love by becoming someone they don't recognize anymore. Yellowstone is gone. Family is scattered. All that's left is the work. And in Montana, there's never a shortage of ways to die. Which explains exactly why Luke Grimes' return just shocked everyone. The badge doesn't make you safe. It just tells people how close you are to danger. As a U.S. Marshal, Luke's character steps into a unit that lives on the edge of chaos. These aren't clean arrests or quiet knock-and-talks. This is rough terrain, long nights, and enemies who don't fear the law because they already own parts of it. Every mission feels like walking into a storm you can't see yet, only feel in your bones. Trust is thin. Everyone in this unit carries something broken inside them. Old scars, old regrets. Nobody asks questions because nobody wants answers. They move fast, talk less, and stay ready for violence at any second. 30 seconds is the difference between control and catastrophe. Miss one signal, one sound, one instinct, and someone doesn't make it home. Luke's presence changes the balance. People notice it right away. He doesn't rush. He doesn't posture. He watches. He listens, like someone who's already seen how bad things can get and knows it can always get worse. There's a quiet reputation following him, stories passed around like warnings. Not because he's reckless, because he finishes things. The threat becomes clearer with every step forward. Montana isn't just under pressure. It's already compromised. A violent criminal network has woven itself into the land, using borders like suggestions and law like an inconvenience. Gangs move through forests and mountain passes as if they own them. Deals happen in places where no jurisdiction wants responsibility. If something goes wrong, it simply disappears, and something always goes wrong. The closer the marshals get to the truth, the more resistance they face. Surveillance goes dark. Informants vanish. Roads that should be clear suddenly aren't. It feels coordinated, surgical, like someone on the inside is feeding information to the enemy. Every mission starts to feel like a trap waiting to close. Luke understands this kind of war. It's not about firepower, it's about patience, about knowing when to push and when to let someone think they've won. But this time, the past keeps knocking. Memories of land taken, family lost, promises broken. He tells himself this is just a job. But Montana doesn't let you lie to yourself for long. The deeper he goes, the more personal it becomes. His home is no longer a refuge, it's a target, a symbol, a reminder that no matter how far you run, the wrong side of the fence always finds you. And when it does, it doesn't ask permission. This unit isn't just hunting criminals anymore. They're being tested. Because in a place like Montana, the law doesn't decide who survives. The land does.